The Bondi Massacre is now the second deadliest mass shooting in Australia's history, just behind the Port Arthur Massacre, which occurred on the 28th of April in 1996, here in my home state of Tasmania. Next year marks the 30th anniversary of this tragic day. A bit over an hour ago, at a live press conference, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and the Minister of Home Affairs, Tony Burke, condemned this recent massacre as an anti-Semitic attack, but they failed to address the fact that the perpetrators, a father and son, had direct ties to Islamist extremism, and they failed to discuss in any depth the fact that the son was investigated by ASIO 6 years ago for trying to establish connections with Islamic State cells, and that the father arrived from Pakistan in 1990 and was the firearms owner. In this case, a bolt-action rifle and 2 pump-action shotguns were used by the perpetrators, and it appears these were legally purchased. Interestingly, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese took it upon himself to address other extremism in Australia and called out right-wing extremism and the desire to crack down on the Nazi salute and the display of the swastika, but failed to address people chanting "From the river to the sea," carrying Islamic State flags and Hamas flags all through our streets, over the Sydney Harbour Bridge, in front of the Sydney Opera House, and so on and so forth. I see this as Anthony Albanese taking an opportunity to also tighten Australian gun laws, which, if they weren't so tight, the result of this massacre would have likely been 100%, if not 200% higher than what it was. Coming up to Australia Day next year, I'm concerned we are going to see a repeat of the 2005 Cronulla riots. They may occur at Cronulla, or they may occur at Bondi, or they may occur around many beaches around Australia. And I believe this is a discussion we need to continue to have around Western civilization and Islam and the extreme elements of that within our culture. But those are just my thoughts. I'd love to hear your comments below, and please check out the great work of Mark Leach and Frey Leach over at Never Again Is Now, Australians Against Anti-Semitism. And as always, I hope you have a great day.